Uncle Josta, the reason nobody has been able to tell which stand I have is legitimately because my stand is all for one and one for all, which means I have access at my most powerful stand usage to use any stand that could be feasibly thought of. This, of course, seems a rather overpowered ability, and to some degree it is. It is what has allowed me to survive against Dio in his deified mode for so long. You see, every time he came to attack me, he would find himself fighting his own stand. Because if my life is at automatic peril, cooperation is automatically kicked in. If you ask the author, he will very likely vouch for that statement. In fact, he may have been one of the few people to ever have realized what my stand's true ability is. You see, it is not that my stand mimics or imitates all of the other stands. It is just that at its weakest point, that is the amount of power I can use from their stands. But at my strongest point, I am actually able to use all of their stands at the highest level, deified level. So yes, Uncle Joestar, my stand is all for one and one for all. It is not simply that I am borrowing the other person's stand, it's that their stand will work for me. I don't steal their stand either. It is difficult to explain or to extrapolate how it works, but basically my stand basically uses some sort of time arrangement to allow it to exist as all the other stands at any point in time. And again, at my weakest, you could clearly tell the difference between my stand and, say, Jolina's stand. But at my strongest, Jolina's stand would be hybridized with me. This includes Jonathan's and Auntie. All that. But yes, Uncle Joestar, my stand quite literally is, to put it plainly, all of the stands. And yes, I do have access to Dio's stand. I just do not use it. It's not on my wavelength. You see, Dio is a lot of times the type of being who wishes to live in a heaven that is villainous. A place where villainous creed can be realized and even deified, where I tend to live in a place of justice, true and blue. So, on that sense, yes, Uncle Joestar, my stand is, in many ways, all the other stands. However, the only difference is, for the most part, in order to allow the stands to be in two places at once, my stand always generally takes a power debuff. This allows it to split speed for strength it's actually easier for me to use a manipulative stand than to try to run somebody's exact stand also. So, because generally speaking, it's very difficult to get one stand to exist in two places at once. Some stands are easier than others, such as the majority of the Jojo line stands, and of course Deal stand. But again, it's a very duplicitous stand, if you ask me, so it does not sync well with me. So I can be one for all and all for one all I want, but Deal stand will never be able to truly cooperate with me. I can merely force it to cooperate with me. But it will defend me against Deal, oddly enough. When the few times that Deal has actually tried to attack me. His stand was actually suddenly fighting and attacking him. With that note, Joe Pika out.